Well, I bought a car off Copart. Well, I bought this thing for $2,600. Yeah, it's a V6 Mustang. I took the battery out because it was dead. But this thing is loaded with mods. It's got a cold air intake. Probably can't see it. There's long tube headers down in there. There's an off-road X-pipe, Roush exhaust, GT500 hood, and it's a real GT500 hood. Unless they just bought the stickers somewhere, but this hood's metal, so it's probably not a Cervini's one or something. It's probably not aftermarket. That's probably a GT500 hood. Got aftermarket wheels on it. Of course, your American Muscle louvers, and that's crappily pasted on there. Peanut butter leather seats. Got 2 keys with it. Seats all fucked up. I'm gonna have to get a new seat for it at some point, or at least just get a cover for it. And it was listed as mechanical damage, and then the secondary damage was front end damage. So there's a hole there, hole there. The grill's all mangled up. I think the front fascia itself might be fixable. Maybe some Bondo and some hillbilly engineering. Might be able to slap it back on there. And I'm pretty sure those are Raxium taillights. Roush. So, why did I buy it? Well, there's at least $2,600 worth of mods in this car. But here's the kicker. It starts and it runs. Does it run great? Fuck no. It runs awful. I have to fix that. It makes a weird, it's almost like rod knock, but it's more like a really slow thunk. It's like thunk, 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 thunk. And it gets louder. Well, it gets louder and faster when you rev it, but it's too slow to be rod knock, but it could still be rod knock. But what are my intentions with this car? Well, you know that I coyote swapped that bad boy. But, let's see, 1 coyote, 2 coyotes, coyote heads, coyote block. Well, I have too many damn coyotes laying around, so I have no excuse not to use one. Yeah, it's not very exciting. Should have bought a GT. Should have bought a GT. Well, I could buy a GT. A race red one will probably run me about 25 grand because they're hard to find. But that's a Gen 2 Coyote. It won't have the Gen 1. If I just buy a GT, it's not going to have a Gen 2 Coyote in it. That's a Gen 2. That's a Gen 2. That's a Gen 2. Which actually I'm selling this block because it needs to be machined. It needs to be overboard, about 20 over. That's why I'm not using it. That one doesn't need to be overboard. That one doesn't need to be overboard. And I got some good heads. They're going to go on that. And shitty Walmart battery came with it. And it's completely dead. And it's so dead to the point where my battery charger is not doing anything to it. But if you're still here wondering, well, what are my plans? It's not just going to be a Gen 2 Coyote swap. It's going to be a manual swap too. And it's not just any manual. I'm going to put a Tremec TR6060 in there. It's going to have a GT500 transmission in it. Yeah, it's not the best transmission, but MT82 is a little bit less forgiving. It tends to lock you out of gears, and I don't want that because I am someone who does not know how to drive a stick. This is going to be a learning experience for me. So that's my opportunity to learn how to drive a stick. And also have the car that I have always wanted, which is a race red GT. So might as well do it. Now, as far as the buying experience, well, it only took 3 days for this thing to show up. However, I had to leave work to go help the guy get it off the trailer because he wasn't smart enough to figure out how to put the thing in neutral. He put the key in there, tried to start it, and then tried to shift it into neutral, but he didn't put his foot on the brake. It's like, bud, it's called a neutral safety switch. This is something you should have learned when you first learned how to drive a car. How the fuck did you get a CDL? Serious question. But it does go forward, it does go backwards, and these decals have got to go. I've already started peeling them off. They are dry rotted and they're not very well put on to begin with. I think the top stripes may have been perfect at one point, but these, I think the other side might be worse. There's a big old wrinkle right there. So some amateur tried to put these on. So this red and white color scheme is going to go bye-bye. It's going to be black and red the way I want it. Don't know who this dork is. He's getting peeled off too. So I think this was owned by some young guy. Let's go brand it. I think that sticker said something about Epstein. But, yeah. If anybody's interested in this project, I can try to give you guys updates. But that's all for now.